Hi everyone. This episode of the vlog is really dedicated to my viewers who are family caregivers. And I want to talk about a very delicate but very serious subject, and that's the subject of advanced illness management. So what is an advanced illness? It's an illness that has progressed to the point where curative interventions are no longer available. There's ways of managing some of the complications, such as pain, fluid loss, nutritional problems, but to actually have a cure and actually admit somebody to a hospital with the hope of having another intervention which could be curative in nature no longer exists, because the illness has now progressed to the point where, unfortunately, that's just not an option in the knowledge and science that we have available at that point. So that then becomes a time when, if you haven't already had a good family conversation about what's next for your family member who is ill, now's the time. And I understand how difficult this is for many of us. I had an aging mother who had just about every organ begin to shut down on her. I also had a dad who was suffering from the complications of dementia. So I get the dilemma, and I get the challenge that it is to have a conversation with your loved one who is ill, and most importantly, with the family that is around that person, helping them to make their healthcare decisions so that everybody is informed about what that person wants. You see, what it really comes down to is honoring an adult's wish for self-determination. When a disease is to the point that it has robbed you of function, of ability, of perhaps thinking clearly, it has robbed you of just about anything, then the last thing an adult has at that point is the ability to self-determine what's next. And that's a hard thing for a family sometimes to do. Families seem to think that it signals giving up, and it's not giving up. We all know that people are born, people live, and people die. There is a cycle to life, and none of us are going to escape that cycle. But what we can do is approach it with dignity, approach it with as much sense of control and honoring as we possibly can. So a couple of things. Number one, there is something called palliative care. It is the approach to care that is before hospice care. And a lot of people hear the word hospice and their blood runs cold. But palliative care means that we're going to treat symptoms as they arise, but we're going for quality of life and comfort, and honoring the fact that our disease has progressed to the point where there is no cure, and honoring the fact that at some point this disease will take our lives. And it's an ability to give good quality care and honor that person, body, mind, and spirit, but also give some peace to you, family caregivers, that you are doing everything you possibly can to make your loved ones' last days on earth as comfortable, as fulfilling, and as complete as you possibly can. It's a way to stay strong, and it's a way to stay present, and it's a way to stay positive, knowing that you will honor your loved one's last hope, which is the hope that we all have, is for a peaceful death. So please speak to each other. I know it's hard. I really, really know it's hard. Speak to your loved one. Find out what they want, and more importantly, find out what they don't want. And then speak to your physicians, or if you're in a hospital situation, speak to the nurse or the social worker and find out about the advance directives that are available to you, making sure that you have a healthcare proxy in place, and if it's available in your state, something called a MOLST, which is Medical Orders for Life-Sustaining Treatment document. In many states, this is a bright pink document that has a Part 1 and a Part 2 to it. And it talks about it is an actual physician order, and it's meant to be transportable so that you don't have to fill paperwork out each and every time you go to a doctor's office or into a hospital or into any kind of rehab center, but that your wishes are not only stated but documented clearly. And those wishes could be, I want CPR, I don't want CPR. I want to go into a hospital if need be. I never want to see the inside of a hospital again. I want oxygen. I would absolutely accept a pacemaker. Maybe I don't want another blood transfusion. I don't want to be on a dialysis machine. I don't want any artificial hydration or nutrition. Or maybe I want everything that the science of medicine and nursing can offer. Regardless of choice, there is no judgment involved in putting forth your advance directive wishes. It's just giving us a roadmap to guide your care and to support your family so that indeed you and your loved one who is suffering from an illness have the ability to honor self-determination and get to that endpoint in a peaceful, unified manner that will give everybody peace of mind.